What's up, y'all? On a very nice, clear blue sky kind of day, I just want to wish everyone happy Labor Day. And it is officially the start of September, first day of September, and the sky is just as beautiful as ever, as it has been these last 3 days. The weather that I've been wishing for, at least on the last week of August, when I had that 3 week big break started until I found out what the news was. Um, Much to my disappointment, shock, that only to see the weather like this just look as amazing as ever. Like I said, I'm a big fan of blue skies and no clouds. I mean, even just a little bit of clouds is fine, but I really love this. Is like the perfect outdoor weather for me, especially going to the beach and just seeing the blue skies, and even just all of, like right by the ocean. It's just like a perfect scenery for me. Especially for anyone going to the beach and all that. I heard that the rip current is going to be pretty high in some of the local beaches, so I'm assuming Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, Laguna, Corona del Mar. So it'd be interesting to see. I wish I could go, but I can't today. So I think it'll be really, really, really interesting. I think the only time I've really seen those really high current was, when was this? Oh, when me and Tristan went to Kings Harbor. That was way back in 2014. I remember we drove all the way out to Redondo Beach, and when I went to Kings Harbor, like on the way, it was pouring, man. It was pouring like hell. It was on the beginning of March. I remember March 1st, 2014. That was on a Saturday. And, I was the driver, and we were just enjoying the fact that it was pouring so hard in the freeway that, I almost hydroplaned. And I remember when we got down, we went through this random neighborhood, and they got big old pool right there of water that it was almost like, what was it? In the studio tour in Universal, where you see that when you see like the part the waters part, that was just so much fun. I remember seeing the video where the parting the sea like malfunctioned, and the water was just ended up being stuck, that the tram had to go through it. And I think that looked so much more fun than the water just actually trying to part. Well, I mean, parting ways, but when the water was trying to come back. But when they had that Red Sea malfunction, I was like, oh man, that looked more fun. People just have to make sure that they put their feet up, because the water was literally on the floor of the tram. I mean, I never experienced it, but that looked like so much more fun, especially when you have the mine sweeping, the mine bombs right there where they're exploding in the water. I remember the first time I rode the studio tour, they got those mine bombs right there, like on each side, which made that experience of the parting the Red Sea just more fun. But anyways, I remember me and Tristan went down that, the part the waters kind of, the Red Sea malfunction kind of moment, where we had to literally drive on the water. It looked pretty high, dude, because of all that hard rain, and it was just so much fun. But yeah, because we were on our way to Kings Harbor, and it was just so many fun moments, from the hard rain on the freeway to having to cross the water in the neighborhood that was just so damn flooded. And then after that, we were at Kings Harbor, and we saw those really huge waves, and it was just amazing to watch. And it was overcast that time too, so it was really cool. It was really cool to see, man. Like, that was the only time I think I ever seen the rip currents that high. I mean, but it was from it was from Kings Harbor, and it was overcast, and it was still sprinkling at the time that we were there. And we saw like those really, really, really big currents, and that was that. But that was in Redondo Beach. So I'm trying to recall the last time I've seen that. I went to Hawaii before, and I've seen those really big currents, and the surfers were just going on, and this was in Maui. I remember doing that one bus tour, and I saw the surfers going on the high those high currents, which was, you know, it was cool to see, right? But I haven't seen one in a while. But I heard there's some really high riptides is going to be happening on the local beaches. So yeah, but not going there today. But I just heard it on the news. So anyways, just I know I've been off topic here, just telling a story about me and Tristan's experience going to Redondo Beach when it was raining, and then seeing those dangerous riptides in the Kings Harbor. It's one of my favorite sightings out there. Just for beach experience, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, as you can see here, you know, I'm actually using a pretty different template where it's brown and it has like a wood texture covering all over these lovely ladies, and it's got falling leaves. Yep, when it comes to September, it is that time already. It's Although fall season does not literally start until you know, the what was it, like on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So that's about 3 weeks from now, which means, you know, the days are going to get shorter, gradually get shorter, and we know that now with the sunrise times, it's going to be harder to, I don't want to say harder to wake up, but when most of us wake up like around 6, it'll still be dark. Hell, even by like 6:30, it'll still be dark. You know what I mean? Especially going into October. But hey, the official bird season has started, and so unfortunately, I'm still gonna be in my dump. Yes, I'm gonna have to go through my official 13th year this coming Thursday, which is the 4th. It will already be 13 years. So, as you can see here, I'm already starting to get the fall feels just looking at this template right here. As these fall leaves just you know, just going all over these beautiful ladies, right? You know, so you know, I mean, it's the only time I'm going to be using it as of right now, because I'm going to use this very same template when the fall season gets closer. I might start using it like right in the middle of September, you know, just before the fall season officially starts, because I know by that time, you know, I'm assuming the weather will start to cool down, because I know it's still going to be hot. Around this time, it's still pretty damn hot. Don't forget what happened last year when we had these ridiculous 100-degree temperatures locally, and it happened for like 2 weeks at the beginning of September. And that also happened in the year 2022 when we had these 100-degree temperatures for 2 weeks. So the weather will not officially cool down yet until right the middle of September. So I'm just preparing for that, and especially, like I said, with the sunrise times that are going to be later, you know, going into this month, and also in October will just be worse. So just be prepared when you wake up at 6 or 6:30 in the morning. It's still gonna be pretty dark, which I know it's pretty annoying, but that's just the way that the planetary system works, especially if you're living in planet Earth. So, but anyways, yeah, I will be using this template for, you know, right in the middle of September. It doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, right at the start of the fall. Just whenever my mood kicks in for when it's ready to fall. I know the pumpkin spice lattes are available. I love those. I mean, they used to be my big time favorites, but now I think my most favorite is if you're talking about coffee bean, the half cookie butter and the dark chocolate. Oh, that's the best one now. I still love the pumpkin spice though, but I just think that the cookie butter is just the best one. Cookie butter and dark chocolate, half and half. It's the best one. All right, so yeah, it's officially the start of September. It's already September 1. So like the minute September starts, shout out to my grandma who's, you know, currently in the hospital right now. You know, doctors are trying to figure out her situation with especially with her loss of appetite. But But for the most part, happy birthday to her, and I may visit her later on today. But yeah, it's Labor Day, and this is that time when all these big holidays start to come up, and they're gonna come around fast. Believe me, I already seen so many gimmicks and even other commercials about Halloween, and I think Disneyland already is doing their Halloween theme. Like I remember they did this last year too, uh, where they like right toward the end of August, is Disneyland already decorated for the Halloween theme, and especially for the Haunted Mansion, Nightmare Before Christmas style Halloween/Christmas themed ride. So I saw that again this year around the same time it happened last year. So yep, people are about to celebrate Halloween. I know my coworker Amari is very excited about that. She is a huge Halloween fan, and you know, I'm still kind of working on my project here, and I'm still not going to reveal it, but it is going to certainly be part of this birth season, which means, I mean, I'm still currently in the process, but for the most part, when it's finished, it's going to look, ooh, man. I don't want to get too excited yet, but for the most part, this month, we see a lot of, theme parks already going all in with the Halloween, haunted themes already, like Knott's Scary Farm, Six Flags, Fright Fest, Universal Halloween Horror Nights. It'll usually be at the middle of September. So that's going on as far as Halloween. Also the fall. And then next thing you know is Thanksgiving. And then eventually we end the birth season with Christmas. Even though Christmas literally starts in November now, right? For the Philippines, it's right at the beginning of September. Yeah, they're huge on Christmas, from what I learned. So, yeah, in regards to where listen, if this 3 week big break were to continue, you best believe that I think this month will for me personally will come to a really good start, right? So I just thought I'd get that out there, because if it were to continue, I would have been able to do more of what I needed to do. And and regardless, even if that 3 week break just cut short, I know I still have to continue with my job hunting. Yesterday I applied to 7, so I've been really competitive and hoping now I'll get some calls. I've heard that 4 to 6 weeks is the normal time to wait until I hear back from them. But it shouldn't be that way, but usually it would be like a week. But with the job market the way it is now, it's why it's 4 to 6 weeks according to ChatGPT. So just hoping that this month will be it. I thought last year it was going to be it for me, and unfortunately it wasn't, because I remember having 3 interviews in the middle of September at the time that I was by myself in the house, and I was just going through each and every one, and hoping I can get the opportunity this year. And I really want it to be time, because honestly I really don't know. I don't want to know what my next raise is. No, man. Just having that discussion with Prince Albert and Eugene yesterday, it's like they were all that concerned for me, and especially for my guy Ernie. Just having to do so much in the warehouse, and especially with forklift experience, and you're paid that goddamn low. Like, come on, man. So anyways, as for me, job hunting is still a priority. And I just know that football season is coming up soon. NFL regular season is on Thursday. So that's the day of 13 years in that dump. So other than that, though, I'm still back to reality, and just I hope I can still have a good month regardless. I'm just still doing what I gotta do. And as far as the two hangouts are concerned for this week, I think I'm only gonna be able to make one of them happen. And for the sake of this week, which is supposed to be the second week of my 3 week break, I think I'll do the shoot around game for me and Russ in my home court, and that's supposed to be a primetime game. That's gonna be around 7 o'clock, which means, depending what time I'll be done, I'll probably be done by like, I don't know, 8:30, before 9, something like that. So I won't try to make that too long. Originally I planned it to be that long, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, just it's a new month already, and things just happen. And let's just see how these first couple of weeks go for me. I'm not really. If I really got to be honest, I don't know what to expect other than just a new job that will definitely give me more motivation to better my life. So it is what it is at this point, right? I still got to keep doing what I'm doing, and as far as friendships are concerned, I know that I still got the guys that I just hung out with last Friday and Sunday. But as for the others, I'll just let them wait. It is what it is. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So once again, happy Labor Day, and happy official start of September. I know I tend to feel like it's already the fall, when the fall is not really until late in the month, and I'm assuming that the temperatures will be cooler by then, as they normally have been, right? But we just never know with the weather these days. But yeah, I tend to feel that way. But right now I'm just enjoying the beautiful weather outside, which is my favorite kind of weather, and we'll just go from there. Let's just see how things work out for me as this month goes and going forward. I know it's another year, but if I gotta do what I gotta, keep doing what I gotta do, and I think I'll see a change in perception with where my life should be and how I predicted. And then from there, I'll have unlimited breaks. So, all right, peace out.